The Nintendo Wii was released in November of 2006 and was an immediate smash hit, selling a whopping 101 million consoles, putting it in the top 10 most sold consoles of all time, in the company of the PS1, PS2, Xbox 360, and PS4. There are also plenty of other Nintendo consoles in that top 10. Truth is, you would probably be hard-pressed to find someone over the age of 18 who has not played the Wii. Both my grandparents owned/own one, all of my friends had or have a Wii, and of course, I have one. Now, technically, I have two, but my family Wii needed a copy of Mario Kart and won't spit it out, so I had to play a new one. I replaced my original Wii about 2 years ago now, but I did grow up with an original Wii console. It was actually given to us by my grandma. I don't remember how old I was, but I do remember very, very foggily getting it and watching someone make a Mii for me. Growing up, we played a handful of games, many of which I still own and play on my current Wii. The Wii is one of the most oversaturated consoles in terms of games. Everything from shovelware to WarioWare, you're probably covered. I grew up with Wii Sports, Wii Sports Resort, LEGO Star Wars, New Super Mario Bros. Wii, and of course, Mario Kart. Now, classic Wii Sports was probably played the least of these because my siblings and I were famously good at taking care of discs. So we lost it, and I still don't know where it went to this day. Although I did buy a second copy when I replaced my Wii, and luckily got the speedrunners version of the game. If you're unfamiliar, there are two versions of Wii Sports. I won't go into full detail, but there is a 1.0 version and a 1.01 version, with version 1.0 having a few animations not included, saving time during speedruns. A quick way to tell which version you have is to boot up the game, and on the title screen, look at the Wii mode. If it does not have a protective case, congratulations, you have a speedrunner's copy. But I digress. As I was saying, we had a handful of classic Wii games. When my siblings and I would play, almost every time we'd either play Wii Sports Resort or Mario Kart. Both of these would go terribly for me. I'm the youngest of my siblings, meaning A, I was always second or third player, and B, I would always get absolutely smacked by the person I was racing against. In Mario Kart, I would consistently get 8th place and rarely get first ever. But now, I'm absolutely cracked at Mario Kart Wii, so...
Who's laughing now?
Now in Wii Sports, my personal favorite sport was Island Flyover, which was flying around Wuhu Island, collecting eye points, and doing tricks around the two islands on which the game took place. I could probably tell you plenty of stories from when we played the Wii like crazy, at least one story per game we owned, but I just want to talk more generally about the games that were available on the console. As of recording this, I currently have, and we're going to do this in one take, Wii Sports, Wii Sports Resort, Mario Kart, Guitar Hero 3, LEGO Rock Band, The Price is Right, Super Mario All-Stars, Kirby Anniversary Collection, WarioWare, New Super Mario Bros., Wii Music, Wii Play, Super Mario Galaxy, Cooking Mama, I like to call it Cooking Mommy because it makes Vrchat upset, LEGO Star Wars, Sega Sonic All-Stars Racing, Deal or No Deal, Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader, Carnival Games, Ultimate Duck Hunt, and Shawn Johnson Gymnastics. I also now have Surf's Up for the GameCube, so tally that one on there too. 23 Wii games, 1 GameCube game, and I am certain I will buy more. All of these games are incredibly fun, excluding Carnival Games and Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader, but that's because that game caps at about 5 frames per second. Even things like Ultimate Duck Hunt and Shawn Johnson Gymnastics are fun in their own non-intentional way. It's kind of like the Nakey Jakey video about 7 out of 10 video games, except it's more like -3 out of 10 video games, where sometimes they scratch an itch the game like Wii Sports or Mario Kart or Halo 3 can't scratch. All this to say, go to your local retro game store and pick up pretty much anything for the Wii, and there's a solid chance you will have a good time. Whether it's the way devs want it or not is certainly a case-by-case basis. This is probably the shortest chapter in the video, but I just wanted to list my favorite Wii games, so we're gonna list my favorite Wii games. I'm now going to list my favorite Wii games. My current personal favorites are Mario Kart. No question, one of the best, if not the best, in the Wii's long laundry list of games, and it also happens to be incredibly difficult. With amazing gameplay and MKWii Online, it's become a staple in the Postmax 95 games library. New Super Mario Bros. Wii, another banger from the Wii's Best Hits album, but for good reason. This is a great game, and I've replayed it countless times, and I believe that it has the best ending level of any Mario game hands down, and it also has the best power-up. Cooking Mama. Although it may be one of Valtric's least favorites, playing this game solo makes for a fun experience where you cook a variety of different recipes, and it ends up just being a great way to kill time. Wii Sports / Wii Sports Resort. Wii Baseball is forever going to be in my top 5 Wii activities ever, right up there with making Cosmic Horrors and the Mii Maker. Wii Sports Resort also has Island Flyover, a better version of bowling, and Swordplay, all games that practically made my childhood. The general art style and vibe of the Wii is so amazing. The bubbly TV screen look to everything, the scan lining on the menu, the music, the whole TV aesthetic, the music, the fun little envelopes on the message boards, the music. I can probably keep this chapter pretty brief, because if you have looked at the internet before, you've heard Wii music. From popular creators like Schlatt, or from memes, or from literally almost any video essay, there are so many bangers on the Wii setlist. Every Wii channel has several songs, and most of them absolutely smack. One of my personal favorite little indie hits is the loading music for the photo channel, also known as the Tip Cat music. There are really so many amazing songs made for this console, and they all match the vibe of what they're going for perfectly. There's no music on the Wii that feels like it doesn't belong. It all perfectly flows in the same style and ends up making the Wii's art style that much more iconic. There's a really good video that talks about just how great the Wii's music really is, and I'll have that linked in the description if you're into that kind of thing. So if you've been paying attention for the last however many minutes, you can tell I have a pretty serious personal connection to these games. I believe most people in my generation, or at least most of my generation that games, has a pretty serious connection to the Wii. As a matter of fact, let's just go ask them. So, Valtric, the question I have for you is, what does the Wii mean to you personally?
What does it mean to me? I mean, it means a lot to me. I grew up with the thing. It was literally when I was born. That's the first console I had besides for like the 3DS. I mean, I would always like play other consoles that my siblings or my aunt had, but that was my first own console, and it means a lot to me. It's the first one of the games on there is personally my favorite game ever, and will always still be my favorite game, probably.
What game is that?
Super Mario Galaxy. And I don't know, I think just at that age, experiencing a game like that was very memorable. I have so much nostalgia for that game and for the Wii. I also remember playing as a kid, Wii Sports, Wii Resort, all this jazz. I don't know. If like anything, the Wii has a very special place in my heart out of all consoles. Even if I prefer different consoles to before or after the Wii still has a special place in my heart.
Do you have any particular story that stands out to you when you think about the Wii?
Every time I think about the Wii, this is the memory that pops up. It's my family, me, one of my sisters, and my dad were all playing on the Wii or playing Super Mario Bros. Wii, New Soup, and we're playing it, and I have a distinct memory of we finally, together, us three, finally beat the game, defeating Bowser, and I think it was either my dad or my sister was the only one alive, and I think it was my dad, and he was using the propeller your people usually do in that segment, and then he pound down right on the button, and then as I remember seeing Bowser for the first time getting defeated like that, and I don't know, I feel like doing that kind of brought me, my sister and my dad together playing video games. It was very nice. And then also just having memories of just me and my dad playing waveboarding or golf for like Wii Sports and Wii Resort, and bowling. Obviously, we would play a lot of bowling. I know that for sure.
That's a classic.
Yeah. I don't know. It was mainly just me and my dad, and one of my sisters would always just play on the Wii. That was very nice.
I guess it's a general nostalgia thing for me. Like, I remember it was one of the first consoles I was introduced to. Like I played a lot of like Mario Party and Mario Kart on there. There's probably so many other games I'm forgetting. It just overall sparked my love for video games, I think. And I'm not really a console gamer anymore. Like I play on PC now, but like as a young kid, that's really what inspired me to like, keep playing video games as I grew up, and now I'm literally learning how to make them in college. So I kind of associate that as where it all started for me. I remember like a lot of the time when like I was growing up, like, in my neighborhood, like, we would have a lot of those, like, barbecues and whatever, like, the cookouts in the backyard where all the adults would chat, and they would put all the kids in one room, and they'd be like, now play together. And we would always play a lot of, like, Just Dance and, like, Mario Kart and, just, like, good old Super Mario Bros. And that was always really fun. It was a lot better than just trying to play hide and seek and whatever. I don't know. It was a good bonding experience. And I have a lot of nostalgia just growing up playing the Wii with the kids in my neighborhood. And even now, like in college, I'm still playing the Wii sometimes with my friends. So yeah, great console, 10 out of 10. Love the Wii.
The Wii Google definition means good console, good games on it, excellent time. The Wii means going back to what year was the Wii, I think?
2006.
2006. It means going back to 2006 and having a good time with my family. Playing Wii bowling. Playing that one game mode where you fly into the volcano. You weren't supposed to do that, but I did that.
You were supposed
Were you supposed to? Like, was that the goal?
There was a thing you could collect in there.
Oh, I would just try and like kill myself. It means playing Sonic Unleashed, but the Wii version, obviously. It means playing Sonic Colors, of which when I was very young and I was in a Target, I grabbed the game and I was walking around the store begging my parents to buy it for me, and then we landed in the meat section where they finally agreed to buy me the game. It means happiness. It means having a good time. Besides that, I would say there was this time where I was in a church, the church that I used to go to as a kid, and I think it was like really snowy outside or something because we couldn't really leave. And they had a Wii there, and we played Just Dance. And then there was this like, there was a girl that I was like, ooh, she's kind of cute. I gotta rizz her up by playing the Wii. And I tried to do a little dance because we were playing, Just Dance, which every girl loves Just Dance, famously. And I was boogieing, and then I injured myself and started crying, and my mom had to take me into the bathroom to calm me down. That's what the Wii means to me, man. That's what the Wii means to me.
I think what the Wii means to me is that it's really a console that, like, I would say it's like one of the first consoles where you could really connect with, like, and just have fun with the people that, like, a bunch of other people, like, who even don't even know how to play video games as well. Like, when families come over, you hop on Wii Sports, and it's like everyone understands how to play, everyone just gets how to play because it's just motion controls. You motion what you want to do as if you were actually doing the thing. So it's really easy just to pick up and play for, like, families everywhere, and it was very fun just to have people, like, come over. They're not really that into games, but they still have fun playing on the Wii and stuff. And also you have like the Mii system where like you could just like I have I have a Wii upstairs, and I have like a bunch of relatives of Mii's up there. I don't know. It was just like a lot of like connection between others, and also it was a lot of very good games on it. Like I remember playing a lot of Smash Bros with my brothers and sister, a lot of the time. And I don't know. It's just very cool just to have that experience where you can just have, like, because like I would say like not a lot of other consoles do the same thing where it's like Xbox and PlayStation and stuff like that. Yeah, they do have like co-op games, but I wouldn't say it's as like beginner friendly as the Wii was. And even then, I still think that's like one thing that the Switch still isn't great on, is that it's not as like I think Nintendo hasn't really made anything like it since either. So it's a very special console. I remember one time I accidentally whipped the Wiimote at one of my siblings.
How did that happen?
The very obvious way of you're just swinging it around and you don't have the wrist strap on. I remember also one time I hit myself in the face because I was like doing like the thing where like you'd put your wrist strap on and you spin it around the wrist.
Oh yeah.
I would do that and I hit myself and it hurt.
Yeah, that's a classic. You accidentally dome yourself with it.
So basically, I only remember pain and misery from that console. So.
Oh yeah, true. Recently, I figured out how to not homebrew my Wii, so I did not homebrew my Wii. Anyways, Duncannon also did not homebrew his Wii, and we've been playing Mario Kart Wii Online for the first time ever. I'm not sure about Duncan, but I never had access to the online services for the Wii growing up. Only now did I gain access to it, and it is incredibly cool. Playing online on my personal favorite Mario Kart is an insanely cool experience. I can now scream and rage as I'm hit by my 23rd blue shell in a row, but this time, Duncan's there.
Don't worry. Okay. Just don't make a scene or anything. What are you? Don't make a scene.
No! It also allows me to use old features that no longer worked, such as the news, weather, and even ordering a Domino's pizza. Using these old, abandoned features to read modern news or just check the weather is so cool, even if it's the most inconvenient way to see them. I think the more interesting part to me is the fact that the online Wii community is still incredibly active. With it only taking like 2 minutes tops to load into a Mario Kart Wii match, I can't find specific numbers as to how many people are on daily, but I still find it really easy to find a public match of a 16-year-old video game. The truth is, Nintendo pulled the plug on online, and I think it only caused fans of the Wii to thrive, thanks to people such as Mr. Bean 35,000 VR, Chatters, Lazarette, Weem, and others. Or is it Weem? Weem? I'm so sorry. I think it's Weem. That's funnier. It's like the guys that made Ocean Man. Ocean Man! I touched on it briefly earlier in the video, but the Wii's UI has an amazing vibe. It follows the aesthetic called Frutiger Arrow, and if you're a part of Gen Z, you're probably already familiar. The aesthetic follows a futuristic vibe with bright colors, where the technology is bubbly and also frequently uses imagery of nature, like fields or water or even fish. Now, the Nintendo Wii doesn't exactly have the snack that smiles back on it or anything, but it does have plenty of bubbly buttons, nice blues, and everything has a scanline appearance. Now, I'm assuming that you, the viewer, are a part of Gen Z. Obviously, not all of you. I'm sure there's a few babies that accidentally slapped their iPad or something and ended up here, in which case, hi, thanks for watching, go to bed. But to those who either are or know someone who's a part of Gen Z can probably attest to this generation being very nostalgic, even for time periods that none of us were around to experience. 70s fashion has had a rise in popularity, vinyl records are collected by a lot of this generation, and if you browse TikTok, not anymore, as a member of Gen Z, you will see a lot of nostalgia posts, like slideshows of an early 2000s Christmas or summertime with that one sound of the bird calling and the sad music playing. Also, quick side note, I saw a funny video of someone just lying and saying that bird went extinct, which is just not true. They're still around. They're not even, like, endangered. They just completely made that up. I can't find the video, but yeah, they just made that up. I think that's really funny. Anyways, I am no exception to the stereotype of Gen Z nostalgia, and the Wii absolutely feels nostalgic. Obviously, I would enjoy the Wii on its own, nostalgia aside, but I'd certainly not have reconnected with this console as much as I have if it were not for the overly dramatic and rose-tinted memories of this console that I have. I honestly don't even feel that much nostalgia for the console anymore because I play it on an almost daily basis, and the nostalgia starts to fade away, but the love for the console just keeps growing. Whether it's going pro in Wii boxing or absolutely god-sweating Mario Kart Wii, every time I play this console I manage to have more and more fun, especially now with stuff like MK Wii Online. There's a lot of stuff I didn't even touch on in this video, like the controllers, or some of the actual history, or even alternate versions of the Wii, like the Family Edition or the Mini. And to be fair, there's stuff to be said about those things, like the Wii's motion controls could very well be why I like stuff like VR as much as I do. And who knows, maybe I'll make another Wii video sometime. I've got plenty of amazing family memories, and I can talk for hours about this console. Also, quick add-in, if you want to record actual Wii footage using a capture card like I did here, which by the way, shout out Vrchat for letting me borrow his capture card, buy the Hyperkin HDMI adapter. They're on Amazon, I believe, I think, somewhere like that. I tried to use one of the cheap adapters, and I mean, just look at this quality difference. I've actually been wanting to make a Wii video since before my channel name was even Postmax95, so this has kind of been a long time coming. And I really feel like, even with this, the amount of stuff that I've said here, I'm going off script now, we're going unscripted. Even with what I've said here, there's more I want to talk about, if that makes sense, but I don't have the time here or the patience to improvise what I'm trying to say. I'm definitely going to write it down and then process that into script writing on another Wii video. I'll make another Wii video eventually, I think. That's definitely gonna, that's gotta happen. There's gonna be another Wii video, probably. I love this console too much not to. But anyways, it's such a good console, and I love it, and you can notice immediately how much more stuttery I get off script. But, oh man, I love this console, and I think it's so good, and the amount of just amazing memories I have growing up with this console, again, getting smoked by my brother and sister in Mario Kart Wii. I remember one day I came home from school, and my brother was on the Wii in the living room, and he showed me he made the Peter Griffin Mii. I remember playing Lego Star Wars with the nunchuck with my brother. We played a lot of that. My brother and I played a lot of Lego Star Wars. Yeah, and like I said, I remember the day I got it too. I remember the day that we got the Wii. And I'm just sitting here thinking about that. Oh man, that was so cool. It's such a good. I'm sorry. Like I said, I kind of went off script. I remember my mom would every summer for a very long time would replay New Super Mario Bros. Wii. She would do it like once a year, basically, just pow, pow, pow. She also played a lot of the PS2 when we had that. But I just remember, like, stuff like that just sticks with you. And like, I have so many good memories with this console, and I'm like, man, it's so good. So I'll definitely be making another Wii video. Sorry to put the random trip down memory lane. Shout out my family. The Wii's goated. My dad had a hunting game on the Wii. Now I'm going back into it. The Wii's 100% my favorite console of all time, and I think that there's a reason it's so unifying in a way. There are just so many different reasons why this console excels, and I love it so much. All of my sources are linked in the description below if you want to watch/read any of the stuff that I've researched and included in this video for yourself, and I hope you enjoyed. Until next time, stay safe, and remember, only you can prevent V-Buck scams. Super Mario RPG, Sonic the Hedgehog, Donkey Kong 3, Adventures of Lolo 1 and 2, King's Knight, Dig Dug, Chase HQ, Harvest Moon, League Puzzle Pokemon, Toe Jam and Earl in Panic on Funkotron. Castlevania, Fatal Fury, Ninja Maru Connect, Razor Blazing Lasers, Basis Loaded, Mega Terracon, Cybernator, Rolling Thunder, Dynastic Hero, Bubble, Bobble, Double, Triple, Double, Dragon F-Zero, F-Zero X, and Donkey Kong Jr. Math, Ninja Gaiden 1, Ninja Gaiden 2, Ninja Gaiden 3, Cruisin' USA, Super Mario RPG, Sonic the Hedgehog, Donkey Kong 3, Adventures of Lolo 1 and 2, King's Knight, Big Doug, Chase HQ, Harvest Moon, League Puzzle Pokemon, Toe Jam and Earl in Panic on Funkotron. Castlevania, Fatal Fury, Ninja Maru Connect, Razor Blazing Lasers, Basis Loaded, Mega Terracon, Cybernator, Rolling Thunder, Dynastic Hero, Bubble, Bobble, Double, Triple, Double, Dragon F-Zero, F-Zero X, and Donkey Kong Jr. Math, Ninja Gaiden 1, Ninja Gaiden 2, Ninja Gaiden 3, Cruisin' USA.